I'm Aaron from PhoneDog.com, and you've got a lot of choice this holiday season. I keep saying that in a lot of the videos, and the funny thing is, every time I say that, more devices keep coming out, and that's the case right here. Here's the Sony Xperia TL. It's a hot smartphone that's coming from Sony. It's in the new 007 movie, so if you want the phone that James Bond has, this is going to be the device for you. But on top of that, it's packing some pretty cool specifications as well, including a dual-core processor, a 4.55-inch HD display, and Android 4.0 with 4G LTE connectivity on AT&T. Is this a good device to get? Should you go with a Windows phone? Maybe the iPhone or a higher-end Android phone? We'll find out in the full review, which starts in just a second. But first, special thanks to our partners at Best Buy Mobile for giving us devices like this for use in our One Paw Bandit giveaway game, which we give to you on the site at instantwin.phonedog.com. When you walk into Best Buy Mobile to get this device, or any device for that matter, minus the voice crack, woo! You walk out working. They'll help you set up your email, your web, your contacts, settings, all that stuff. So when you walk out the door, you're shooting camera images, you're doing all kinds of stuff, you're rocking 4G LTE thanks to Best Buy Mobile. Let's take a look. Xperia TL. Is this the device? We'll find out in the review, which starts right now. Another Android phone coming to AT&T, this time in time for the holiday season. It's the Sony Xperia TL. Gone is the name Ericsson. It's just Sony now. And this is the Xperia TL, also known as the James Bond phone. There's going to be quite the product placement, is my understanding, on Skyfall, which is the new James Bond movie. And you can see by the background, they're really promoting 007. This is 007's phone. If you want to be as cool as Daniel Craig, you got to get this phone. And when you get this phone, you will immediately get all of the ladies, or guys, depending on your preference, or all that stuff. And then you're going to get awesome opportunities. You're going to be a 00 agent. At least that's what that's what I think when you get this device. Although AT&T, I'm sure in small print on the box will say that is not included. The Sony Xperia TL is coming soon to AT&T for $99.99, and it's packing some pretty decent specifications as well. It's got a 1.5 gigahertz dual-core Snapdragon processor, a gigabyte of RAM. It's got a nice 13 megapixel camera on the back with 1080p HD video recording, NFC capabilities, and then battery on the back. 4.55-inch display, I should say. It's a 720p HD display here, and you can see Sony's Timescape user interface running atop of this. It also packs AT&T's 4G LTE connectivity, and then battery-wise, it's got a 1,850 milliamp hour battery. Now, design, it's got kind of a curved design here. It's really nice. It actually is pretty easy to hold in the hand. At least that's what I've found. I've been working with this device for about a week now, and I've found that it's been relatively easy to hold in the hand. That's something I like a lot. And 4.55 inches is really a nice sweet spot for a lot of people. Perhaps you don't want the Galaxy S3 because it's too big, or the Galaxy Note 2 because it's too big, or perhaps these HTC rumored devices that are 5 inches may be a little bit too big for you. That said, this could be an awesome device. Over here, we'll take a look at what comes on the device. A micro SD card slot and a micro SIM card slot over here on the right side. Then you got a power button over here on the right side, volume rocker, camera button, and then you got a micro USB charging port over on the left side, 3.5 millimeter headphone jack up top, and nothing at the bottom. Also, you'll notice that they're moving over to this AT&T logo at the bottom without the actual AT&T text. And then over here, like I said, Sony's Timescape user interface, which has this kind of interesting approach here. When you zoom out, it moves the widgets around, as you can see on the display. So Android 4.0 running on this device, upgradable to a Jelly Bean, should get an upgrade soon, according to Sony, at some point. AT&T code scanner out of the gate, family map, locker, navigator, ready to go, smart Wi-Fi, device help, live wire manager, which is a Sony thing, Office Suite, My AT&T, Nook pre-installed. So you get some AT&T stuff out of the gate here. YP Mobile, and it looks like, based on my testing, that none of that is able to be uninstalled. And obviously I'm in settings right now. You can take a look at kind of the Sony customizations to the device itself. And of course, downloaded, we can see a couple of different things. Xperia Smart Tags being one of those, some Foursquare and LinkedIn stuff for Timescape, which is the user interface, trying to integrate those kind of social networking things into the interface itself. So Foursquare, Twitter, all that stuff can be integrated in some cases via a widget. So I'm going to press and hold here, and you can see this thing pops up. I can change the wallpaper and change the theme. So I can come here to wallpaper, go to Xperia wallpapers, and we can change it over to another 007 theme if we want to. A little golden woman there, and then bam, I can change it over just like that relatively easily. Nice weather widget as well. And I can hit menu here and take a look at the applications, and I can see what's uninstallable here. So I can uninstall Astro, I can uninstall Office Suite, and that is about it. And of course I can customize these by most used, recently installed, alphabetical order, and more. Now I have on-screen buttons here. You'll notice back, home, and recent applications, although when you click recent applications, for example, you're going to see the Timescape user interface running in full force here. So a little bit different than stock Android 4.0, but I can come in here and I can add small apps from installed apps in Play Store. I can come in here and do a couple of different things, create a new note, a couple of different customization choices here that I've got. I can set a time, kind of put these up, the calculator, for example. So, you know, they're all about, at least this one, Galaxy, or Samsung rather, does this as well with some of the Galaxy S devices, the Galaxy Note 2, Galaxy S3. They're all about kind of customization and all about kind of things running in the background. So let's say, you know what, you just want to open calculator really quickly on the Sony. You can do that. And then you can, of course, move it around, or you should be able to move it around. Let's see if I can do this. If I recall, you can move it around. That's what I thought. Okay, so you can move around the screen and customize and change it around. When you're done, you can be done. And then down here at the bottom, menu, messaging, camera, Chrome, and then phone, and then of course, like I said, your applications down here at the bottom. So some customization choices via the theme section as well. I can go into theme and take a look and change it around to Skyfall, Gold, Ruby, Amethyst. You know what, let's change it to Amethyst, and we'll roll with that one just for a little while. And you can see not only does the background change, but then you get stuff like this changing as well, the background colors within internal things like settings. So there is some, you know, relatively decent amount of personalization on this device. And when I press and hold, I can go in here, for example, and let's add shortcuts. I've got a bunch of different widget choices here, as you can see. I've got clocks. I can go into, let's find something really fun to put on here, tools. I always like tools. How about a quick settings area here, and I can move that around if I want to, and you can kind of see the bounce back effect that it gives me, kind of a dynamic effect here, as you can see. And then Chrome, bam, out of the gate, phonedog.com loading up on AT&T's 4G LTE network. Now, I downloaded Chrome. I actually prefer Chrome quite a bit to stock browsers. I think it's a really useful application. And of course, PhoneDog is loaded up. Now, pinch to zoom, really responsive, and I'm really proud of AT&T for putting devices like this and a couple of other ones this holiday season in the $99 price point, because it's proof that you don't have to spend $199 or $299 to get a decent device. You can pay $100 out of the gate, deal with a 2-year agreement, and have a device that's pretty decent. As you can see right here, that is a pretty nice feature in my opinion. Really enjoy this. So PhoneDog again loaded up, and I've got my back and forward buttons, my request desktop site, new tab, and more, all out of the gate right there. And then of course I've got my 5 home screens. So relatively easy to operate this device. Timescape has been kind of streamlined, easier to use now, and you've got a couple of different shortcuts up in the notifications bar, such as turning data on and off, making it silent or making it loud depending on your preference, or vibrations, Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, and of course your settings as well. So battery, apps, Xperia, you can see I can customize the experience here with PlayStation certified stuff. Facebook inside Xperia, Livewire Manager. So I can come in here to Facebook, for example. I can integrate if I wanted to, and it's going to take me to Facebook, where I integrate my Facebook information with Xperia, and I can do that if I want to. Livewire Manager, excuse me, I can find applications for accessories and define what opens when. So when I plug in something, this application opens. When I do that, you know, something else opens. And of course, thanks to NFC, I've got the ability to do that as well via NFC tag. So that's a nice little touch there. Let's take a look at messaging on this device, because I want to show you, you do get a couple of different keyboards out of the gate. You get the Android keyboard, as you can see here. I'm still doing the old Android 2.3 thing of pressing and holding, but 4.55-inch display, going to be decent for most people, although, again, those on-screen buttons stay on screen, so keep in mind you are losing some screen real estate there as those stay on the display. So I'll go to Xperia keyboard and take a look here, and we'll say Quick Brown Fox is ready to party like it is 1999. Quick Brown Fox is ready to party like it's 1999. And of course, portrait to landscape transitions nice and fast on this device. Of course, you have menus. I can select message templates as well. And I can go back out here. I'll show you these. We're going to discard that message. I've got a couple of different settings in here that I can show you. Just where you can change stuff, add or remove the notifications light, turn on vibration, tones, push settings, and more. So nothing really by way of incredible customizations that I will say, for example, just using this as a test. Here's what it looks like, and of course these colors change depending on what theme you have. So for example, if you recall, I did the Amethyst theme, so it's obviously showing purple for the text messages I get, and the ones I sent here are showing up just in white. And of course I can press and hold to add some additional features there, copy the message text, and more.